Which one intrigues you the most?
I would probably take the mushrooms.
They look cooler.
They come from the earth.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
They
what
look
Naturally
cooler, they
grown,
taste
yeah.
worse,
Naturally
but they
grown.
come from the earth.
Organic.
It tastes worse. Facts. How do you know that?
Yeah, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
How we?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can I curse?
Sounds like somebody. Welcome back to More to the Core, guys. This is That Thing. I'm your host, Goeke. Today I've got Kaydelis with me.
right.
Could you please introduce yourselves and your instrument that you play?
Adam, I play bass and lead vocals.
Jack McWhorter, I play the drums.
Giovanni Jackerson, I'm a guitarist.
Martine, and I play guitar and synth.
Awesome, guys. So, how do you feel like that performance went?
I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good.
That was probably one of our best, I would say.
That's a little extreme. It was just
It's a little
run
extreme.
of the mill.
Run of
Like,
the
we
mill.
played good.
You do that every day.
That's what I'm saying.
Why do you, Giovanni, feel like it was the best performance that you guys did?
I would say that I'm definitely the most critical in regards to the band and exactly how we do.
In what aspects do you feel like you're critical of, like stage presence or
It's a tech tenfold, stage presence, exactly how we're playing, making sure that everybody's on time, making sure the mix sounds great. And I think that with the sound people, including the gentleman in the front, and then like the work that we put into the show, we were able to pull it off really well in comparison to our others.
in comparison to your others? Where
Yeah.
do you feel like the others were not as, like the sound people, or
There's been issues with sound, but I mean, for the most part, it's fine.
for the most
Yeah,
part it's
we
fine?
played pretty. I would say we played pretty good.
The sound was very good tonight.
Yeah, it was very.
Sound was
We've had trouble.
I thought so as well.
Mhm.
It's-
It was
y'all
really
sounded good.
Yeah, I think Matt.
No,
I've had.
come on, do your thing. Do whatever you need to do.
Yeah, we're backstage with all the laundry machines and everything. We can't stop people
Back
from
here
coming
chilling.
in on the interview. All right. Sorry, I got a little distracted. My train of thought.
I know this is your guys' first time at Masquerade. What's your initial thoughts on playing at the Masquerade?
It was really cool.
Yeah.
I thought the backstage stuff was really cool. I like the big room in the back and the tunnel. Like
Hell yeah.
one of the things I really hate about some venues is like walking upstairs and stuff like that.
Like Smith's.
No, I like Smiths.
You like
They've
the
got a
stairs?
list there.
Smith's has so much stairs, bro.
You've had enough of Smith's
Perhaps.
for a little while. Yeah. It definitely has its charm, but after a while, now they have like something put on the stairs that are like
grip.
motivational, but it just feels
And all
like
the lightning bolts.
yeah, it feels like a big F you to me. I'm like, oh, I can't get up these stairs.
Yeah.
And the lift, yeah, don't get me started on that. So, guys, when I went to your Smith show, you did a big name change reveal. You went from Lakota to Kaydelis. What was the reasoning behind that?
Anybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I should do it.
Yeah, no, you go, Jack. You go, Jack.
I think I've said it a bunch before,
Okay.
but I'm trying to think of how I've phrased it.
You could phrase it
It-
in whatever way you like.
Yeah, so we've been playing together since like 10th grade, and so we were like young kids, and so we just looked up. We're like, Lakota, that's a cool word, so that's what
Right.
our name is gonna be, and then we after a while we stuck with it, and it's always good for bands to stick with their name, and then we got some flack for it because it's obviously like it's like a tribe, it's an indigenous tribe. Lakota is an indigenous tribe.
Okay.
Got you.
Or a nation, I believe. And so we just to kind of like get rid of any sort of future issues, because like I mean there could be a festival, and we could be great, we could be phenomenal, famous, but if they're like, look, I don't want that name associated on my bill,
Gotcha.
whatever,
Yeah.
then it's
Yeah.
like
That makes sense.
all the hard work just for no reason,
We want to respect everyone and make sure that, there's no reason why anybody couldn't like us aside from our music, if that makes any sense.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck
put like a
that.
ding on that, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Kaydelis is a
And
word
try to
that
do
means
some sound
nothing, and
effects now.
that's
I
something
need
that
that.
we can totally own and make our like
It
ours.
won't have a
We're not
previous
competing with anyone.
connotation of
Exactly.
people judging
we
you because
define
of
it
it.
as opposed to us fitting into some sort of pre-definition.
That's awesome.
What's the
Kinda
proper
weird.
way to say your band name? Kaydelis?
Kaydelis.
Kaydelis.
Kaydelis. Kaydelis.
Kaydelis.
Hey Del.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that'd be hard. That'd be hard.
I know it's all great. But Kaydelis.
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 Yeah.
Where do you?
Like psychedelics.
Like psychedelics.
Oh,
You guys indulge in psychedelics?
Yeah.
Not on camera.
No.
Not on camera. Okay.
Not on camera. Okay.
Never.
Never.
Never. Okay. So where do you feel like the Kaydelis future lies? Like, where do you want to take things? How do you see things going? You want to keep bigger show musically? Where do you
We're
guys
so
want to go?
young.
Yeah.
We're very young.
Yeah.
Right now, our biggest goal, because we recently just put together a studio where we can record our own music as well.
Congratulations on
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Thank
I've
you.
seen that,
As
of
well as
course.
practice in our own space. And right now, the real goal is just getting more of our own music out, because for the longest time, we have been playing other people's music. And like even this show was a huge milestone because it was primarily our own music.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Congratulations, guys.
We sort of started as like a cover band and threw in our own like staples that like everybody knew. So we just like pushed pushed like one or two songs, which is kind of
It worked out.
it's kind of a strange way to go about like the band. Usually people just
feel like a lot
they
of
can't
people
stop making music, but like us, it was like we just really wanted to play, you know.
All right. And you guys you're all from Athens or
No, we're all from North
Kennesaw.
Paulding. Yeah, like
Kennesaw?
Akworth.
Okay, okay.
Now we
People
live
have
in
lumped you
Woodstock.
into me as like, oh, they're an Athens band.
We're an
which is
Auburn
weird.
band.
Auburn band.
Yeah.
War
Maybe-
Damn Eagle.
Maybe I am just deaf
War
and I
Damn.
misheard them, and then they were like, yeah, Auburn, and I was like, they said Athens because that's where everyone's from. Well, you know all the Athens bands, kind
Oh, yeah.
of. You're cool with them.
Yeah, we're friends with a couple Athens.
A.D. Blanco to name
80
one.
Blanco, that's where I made that. Daisy Chains. Okay.
Daisy Chains.
Okay, I'm not like totally wrong for making that
No, no,
assumption.
no, not at all.
Where do you guys go to school then? You
We're at Kennesaw State.
Kennesaw State?
And then I actually do not go to school. I'm a real estate agent.
You're a real estate
Who was going to
agent.
say that the second you asked the question?
Tell me about real estate. What got you into that, and what
I'm sorry?
got you into real estate? Did you do school and then real estate,
Um,
or?
No, my family's been in it for a long time.
Okay.
And so I decided I wanted to pursue that.
Okay, super cool. Is that's what you want to do, or music is that ultimate goal eventually?
The jury is out.
The jury's out. Got you. Still too young to
Still too
decide
young,
and
exactly.
pick and everything.
Go until you can't go anymore, and then.
That's all we want to do.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
That's
Got
like
you.
part of the reason the studio's there.
Yeah.
Is
One thing I
Okay.
can absolutely say is that we're going to put, all we can into making this the best that we can be until it can't anymore.
Yeah.
Until it's impossible.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mm.
And from your writing, guys, I'm really curious of what that process is like and where that inspiration comes from.
It used to be very different. It was like,
Okay.
I mean, I'll just say the first few songs was lyrics, primarily me, and then me and him would work on the songs together. But recently, it's changed a little bit. Like the new song.
We were in like
Yeah, like we lived in different places, so it was a little different. And then now that we all live together and like own and operate a studio, it's pretty much just someone comes up with an idea, and then we'll play off of that. And that's how the new one we played at the end came about.
And I mean,
Any
like,
any
ideas-
bands? Sorry to cut you off, Martin. Any bands come to record in studio yet? Because I see it's
yeah.
fairly new.
Yeah, it's fairly new. I've done some I'm a mix engineer primarily.
Okay.
And so I've done some mixes for some people, reach out to some producers. I'm really trying to break into producers, whatnot. It's it's becoming very DIY, this
Yeah.
scene. And I'm not gonna say if that's better for worse, but
It works out for you because you're starting up at this point.
Yeah, it is a little harmful to like because so many people are doing it themselves. It's hard to get people in. But definitely owning studio has expanded my knowledge of just every bit of music, like just learning every day. And
It's changed how you write your own music for
yeah.
Kaydelis.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
And in what way has it changed the process
Just
since
like that,
getting the
now
studio?
we can, now we can sit in a room together
At any
and
time
with
of day.
unlimited time and just flush out ideas. Before, we were practicing in, our parents' basements and stuff like that, so you have to be respectful to, you can't be jamming at
constraints.
9
Yeah.
o'clock, so it's like...
I mean, now we're up at like 3 a.m.
yeah.
I mean, the one we just did, we were up at like 2.
Yeah, so the song that we just ended our set with is a new original that, songs for us never really come together too quickly, just because there's so much that goes into even getting everybody in the studio to do their parts. But now that obviously we're all together, it's just just millions
All
of
together
times
now.
easier.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah.
You can just keep creating, and there's no limit on
Yeah.
your
Pretty
creativity.
much.
It's actually been an interesting learning experience because of the fact that we haven't made music together before we got the studio.
Right.
As in, like, we were all sitting down together with our instruments. So trying to do that has been a wonderful learning experience, as well as increased our, I guess, workflow tenfold.
I don't know the difference. I can't see the window and dream I have to believe. Don't fight or you holding on at all.
What do you feel like the most difficult part of this process has been for you guys?
Like the whole like band, like everything with the band, or just
Whichever part you'd like to,
would
whatever comes
say-
to mind, but the studio or the band.
Defeating perfectionism, because that, I mean, I've said it a million times, it will hold you back So trying to be perfect, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then you hold on to songs that maybe should be released.
That's something that I struggle with very badly.
How do you guys combat
Perfectionism.
that?
Very badly.
I just say it's done. I mean, you have to just say it's done.
Yeah.
You have to know when to cut yourself off. I mean, it's literally like a drug. It's like you sit there and you can tweak everything
Yeah.
for 24 hours a
There's
day.
always fucking something to tweak.
Oh my God.
Shit's
oh
fucked
my
up,
God.
yeah.
You can always change everything. You
Yeah.
can change everything. And then
Mhm.
you get something worse than what you start with. So
Yeah.
definitely I would say beating perfectionism and giving ourselves credit.
Perfectionism.
Yeah.
And what do you feel like has helped you beat perfectionism? Is that just a will not to do it, or you are like, okay, after a certain point, we're gonna be done with the song, and that's how we know, like it's maybe 70% of where I want it, instead of that 100% perfectionism.
That's a good question. I don't know. It's like, I mean, it definitely spurs arguments because everybody's definition of what is okay is very different. And I'm very quick to just say,
Done.
this is done.
Yeah.
I don't
really
want to
do
spend too
think
much
it's a-
time on it because then you get it just drags, and you just can't get to the next one. I mean, I don't know. It's really just, I don't know. It's hard to say.
I think it's a
that's really
philosophy.
good question.
You
Yeah,
know, I
it really
think
is
that-
philosophy.
You know, if we sit down and drill into our heads that at the end of the day, you know, something has to be pushed out. You know, whether all of us agree
Deadlines.
that it's good or not.
Right.
You know,
Keeping to a
the
deadline
beauty of
helps.
being able to sit together and write together is you always have a way to make make the song your own in some way, and that's speaking as an individual as well as part of the band. So I won't like everybody else's ideas, but I know that I can insert a little bit enough of myself to
That
enjoy
you
it.
feel content,
Exactly right.
like you've contributed to the creativity.
You know, and I'll never think it's perfect. You know, when you work with other people, you know, it'd be great if I could just move them around and do what exactly what I want to do, but I find it more beautiful to work with other people. and
Yeah,
get
it
their
is.
ideas.
It is the process that is the beautiful part. It's not really.
Have you guys found it difficult to work as a team up until this point, and now it's
I would say yes.
Yes.
Sadly,
This last
Sadly.
song though was like a beautiful.
3 days.
It was amazing.
oh, that's awesome.
And even during the song, we had our disagreements, but they were healthy. You know, we spoke through them, we compromised. Something that we've never really done before. And like I said, this whole writing experience is new, brand new.
Yeah, we-
and I
we
feel like
haven't
we
done it.
tackled it very well.
That's awesome.
There's a lot more to come for sure.
Yes.
What is to come? That band growth, teamwork. You're like, do you mean teamwork is going to grow a little bit more, or
I mean,
what is the?
a lot more to come like from us in terms of like output and in
Got
terms
you.
of like.
That's
don't
been
know,
our
like,
biggest struggle, output.
Yeah.
Output.
And
You-
this year, that's exactly what we're focusing on, especially now that we have this space, is just pushing things out.
Pushing
yeah.
things out.
We weren't really short on shows, really. Like we
Got
we
you.
played plenty of shows from here to Auburn to like Athens,
Yep.
and that's been a blessing. But
Just
like,
getting music out
but
there
yeah.
for people to listen
Exactly.
to.
This summer, we forced ourselves to take sort of a hiatus from playing, just so we could get in the studio and really push some things out. Yeah, exactly. Build it, put it together, and just start writing.
yeah.
You
Except
know?
something like this, like we can't turn this down. Like we love.
This was a huge step
Right,
for
yeah.
Kaydelis.
Shout out Joe Warren for having us out here.
Shout out
for real.
Joe.
Shout
Love
out
Joe.
Shout out to Joe Warren. Thank you, Joe.
Joe. Baby, when you
Let's
got any
go, Joe.
questions?
Martine, acid or shrooms?
Oh my God, what a horrible question.
Which one intrigues you? the most?
I would probably take the mushrooms.
They look cooler.
They come from the earth.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
They
what
look
Naturally
cooler. They
grown, yeah.
taste worse,
Naturally
but they
grown.
come from the earth.
Organic.
It tastes worse. Facts. How do you know that?
yeah. What the?
Yeah.
Fuck?
How we?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can I curse?
Sounds like someone who might
You
take
could curse.
them.
Look, I'm over here asking you acid
Yeah,
or shrooms.
yeah,
Of
you're like,
course you could go.
Can I
Of course you
curse?
can curse.
Oh, it's okay. It doesn't matter who watches. I'm fine.
I know you guys said a lot more output coming, songs coming, more everything coming from you guys because of the studio. Anything else you want to say to the people before we get off of this thing?
Word up.
Word up. Word up. This has been Kaydelis. Born to the
right.
core, that thing.
Kaydelis Studios.
Let's do it, baby.
Book your tracking session today.
It's possible. Big shout out to Matthew Big Water.
Our garage. Your garage.
Thanks, Goeke.